I am David. Yeah. David is child pronounced. David. David means the heaven. The word Paele, Silamusi. Paele, Silamusi means speak. Say that I said. This Paele, Silamusi is the origin of the word Psalms. So now, this is speak, say that I said by myself. And what did I say? Now listen to what I say now. The Igbos, the Hausas, and the Yorubas came to this Anaja area from the land of Egypt. Egypt is what you pronounce today as Egypt. Egypt, the cradle of civilization, was a land that kept or harbored the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Hausas. And that's exactly where we came from to arrive here, called Anaja area. Under the leadership of a man called Musa Siniyi, the Igbos arrived here from Egypt to the Promised Land. We came here as the Promised Land. And yet, we still have to realize the Promised Land. Egypt, at the time of Egypt, it was only Igbo language that was the major language in Egypt in those days. All words used in Egypt, like the hospital, the nurse, the streets, the offices, the kings, every word was in Igbo language. Like a word like Kazwa, which means let's trade, is the origin of the word Kaswa. Kaswa was the word used in Egypt at the time we lived together, the Igbos, the Hausas, and the Yorubas. A man called Musa Siniyi is the man that went to Oparoha. Oparoha is what they say Pharaoh. Oparoha means firstborn general. Musa Siniyi went to Oparoha and bade him to let his people go. That Ezajana has asked him to gather his people to the Promised Land, which is Anaja area. Words like Nyamni all originated at the time we were coming from Egypt. Nyamni, what the Hausas called the Igbos. You know, from the word Nyamni. And you can read this in Joshua chapter 9. How came about the Nyamni, give me water. It all happened during this great exodus of Igbos, Hausas, and Yorubas. Then we were known as Hebrews, or what you spell as Hebrews, Igbos. But then you have Havites, who were the Hausas, and the Jebusites, who were the Yorubas today. The Jebusites, it was written in the history book of Bible as
hello, brother man.
Hello. Yeah, we're on the...
How do we greet ourselves?
Ongu. Ongu.
Not even a kadu?
No, Ongu didn't even in it.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
That is good evening. That's good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, Ongu didn't even in it. Meaning there is joy at everything.
Man, that's what people prefer Yoruba.
Yes,
yeah. Somebody can say that.
Yes, well, as a high priest of Orisha, the castle is quite...
Yeah, but I'm just talking about... I want to be a high priest of Igbo too.
All right.
And I want to be able to say good evening. How you doing, Doc?
Hey,
that's not the same camera. No.
This is the mini DV. We have, here's this one.
Yeah, right. I'm saying that looks like a camera there.
This is the one that George was telling you about? How they take the movies now, the mini DVs?
Are you working? What kind of work do you do?